What's up guys, Dreadhead Skater here. Today I want to bring a real quick video to y'all, a real quick board review on this Imfineskateco deck. This is my first ever board that I was hooked up with. I guess if you want to call it a sponsor package, you could call it that. And I just want to give a completely 100% honest review. I want to give 100% honesty, and just because it was hooked up for free doesn't mean I want to lie. I want y'all to have the best knowledge on the board that I can give. So yeah, let's do a real quick review on this Imfineskateco deck. So I first set this board up 4 months ago, and I'm not even gonna lie, when I set this board up, I was still in the middle of an injury. So I wasn't riding this board for 4 months, or actually skating the board for 4 months. I might have been riding it, but I wasn't really doing too much of heavy tricks, if anything at all. And also while I was skating this board, I was skating 2 boards at the same time. I was skating my shaped frog deck, which I made a review on also. And I was skating this board at the same time, kind of like off and on. I do feel like this was a strong board. That's where I'm going to start this off with. This board was really strong. I did a lot of what I would consider board breaker tricks. I love kickflip front boards, which I usually crack boards on that trick all the time, even though I really enjoy doing it. I usually crack boards a lot on that trick. I did a bunch of kickflip front boards on this and not one crack. Another trick I learned on this was big flip front boards, which I thought would be a board breaker, but really wasn't either. This has been a really strong board. And the trick that finally made it crack was a switch heel front board, which I never got. I still need to go back and get that. No. Hey, this is just for the board review when I do one, but this thing's been broken for a minute and it still feels sturdy. Like, I've been landing on it and it still feels sturdy, so I think it's a good board. But when I tell you, when I was learning this trick or trying to learn this trick, I was stomping it. I would always try to catch it and then stomp it on the rail so I would be able to come out. And that's the trick that ended up cracking it. Even when this board was cracked, I was able to get 2 or 3 more sessions on it, and it was cracked pretty much all the way across the top and a little bit on the bottom. And I was still able to have 2 decently good sessions on it. And I got this clip. So I think it held up pretty good throughout the normal lifespan and when it was cracked. This board was definitely very strong. And it was even pretty strong in the means of it not chipping that much. I chipped it a little bit, which is gonna come with wear. It's just all boards are gonna chip, but I've slammed this into the wall quite a few times, slipping out, whatever it was, and it didn't chip that bad at all. So yeah, very strong. Another thing, the pop on this board I thought was amazing. The pop and the shape on this board just felt so good. I felt like all my tricks were very, very consistent. Like everything felt the same. It didn't feel different sometimes and different other times. And I don't know if this is just me progressing, because it might have just been me progressing, because I feel like I've been progressing a lot lately. I'm not sure if the board contributed to that, but all my tricks just felt so good, so crisp, like really no problems at all when it comes to pop and shape. I really enjoyed the pop and shape. And so many tricks I thought I wouldn't learn for a while, I landed on this board, like nollie laser. And I might have to blur that out because I think I definitely won't have dropped the video before this, but I learned those 2 tricks, which I thought I would never learn, or at least not recently. And this board has just really felt so good, and the shape has just felt amazing. And now I'm gonna move into some of my cons that I had for this board. The first con I had was, it seemed like when I first got this board, it was very sticky when I was trying to skate rails. It felt like when I hopped on, I would just stick and fly off. So it took me a little bit to get adjusted to that. But at the same time, when I was skating this board, I was coming back from an injury. But I do think it was a little bit sticky. But once I got past that part and kind of broke the board in a little bit, then that problem just kind of went straight out the window. It felt fine once I got past that break-in stage of having a new board. And then the second con I had, I thought I cracked the nose pretty early on when I was first skating this board on a flat ground tray flip. But even if I did, which I think I didn't, it lasted a very, very long time past that. So I really don't think I cracked it. It might have just been the way it sounded because I was skating under like a kind of covered area. But that was just something I noticed when I was skating the board kind of early on. Even if it did crack, it lasted a while past when that did happen. Because I think that happened about a weekend, and I've been skating this board for at least a month and a half, 2 months. The past 3 weeks, this board has pretty much been the only board I've been skating. And when I was riding this board, I was also skating the Imfineskateco grip tape. And I gotta say, this has been some of my favorite grip I've skated also. Like, usually I'm a big shake jump skater. That's probably my favorite grip tape I've skated. Besides this has been really good. It felt like all my tricks were really consistent. It was never too grippy or not grippy enough. It always felt like it was that perfect in-between mix of grippy and not too grippy. Because I'm personally not a mob guy. I feel like it always gets stuck on my foot and it gets really frustrating when you first set the board up. And with this grip tape, I didn't have that problem. It was straight into it, just good grip tape, not too grippy, but also grippy enough where it wasn't slipping from under you. Now the big question, would I recommend this board? Would I get another Imfine board even if it wasn't hooked up and I paid for it? Yes, I would see myself buying one of these boards because I really enjoyed it. The shape was good, it lasted long, and I would recommend getting one of these too. And I would also recommend getting the grip tape. And I want this to sound as unbiased as possible, but I really didn't have any issues with the board. Like this board that I've skated right now and the Frog skateboard that I also did a review on have been probably some of my favorite boards I've ever skated. And I don't know if it's just because right now I'm going through a stage where I'm progressing a lot very quickly, or if these boards have just been really good, but I definitely really enjoyed this board right here. And that's 100% honesty, no bias at all. Like, I want that to be as clear as possible. And if you guys do want to check out Imfineskateco, you can follow their Instagram at Imfineskateco. And then I'll also put a link to their YouTube channel up in the card. You can subscribe to them there. And yeah, that was my review on their skateboards. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you don't already, please follow me on Instagram at dreadhead.skater. And I try my best to post new videos every Monday, and I hope to see you on the next one. Peace out.
I've been watching, stalking, waiting for the moment where you lost it, dropped it. We've been going up, we ain't gon' stop shit, dripping all this water out the faucet.